This is what I see on my screen on the Me app. I have the math challenge on level easy, and I have where it says 2 out of 2. That is because I have 2 challenges set. It tells you good job, it tells you good morning, and then it goes right into the weather. I have it on 2 because if I just do 1, it doesn't fully get me out of bed. And you can set up to 2, 3, however many times you need to do a challenge to get you out of bed. It does not stop ringing until you complete the challenges, and that includes the quantity. I hope this helps you guys. Come on, girls. Let's go, Brownie. Come on, Brownie. Go potty, please. Here I'm just doing what I call like my version of an ice bath. I'm not dipping my whole face, but I'm just doing it specifically close to my under eye, and then I massage my temples. And this is great because you stick this in the freezer, and so it's cold, it wakes me up. Ohayo gozaimasu, good morning, buenos dias. I am so excited for this breakfast. Guys, I woke up so hungry this morning, I can't even, okay? But I am dancing in my kitchen because, guys, this is the stuff that you don't see, okay? You're seeing it now, but the reality of it is I'm always playing music in my house. I'm always listening to a podcast, a radio station, sermon, whatever I have chosen that day, that morning, whatever it is that I need, that's what I'm going to do to help me get fully awake and prepared and ready for the day. Through time, you're going to figure out what works for you, trial and error, and also just testing things out. I love 90-day check-ins once you figured it out, but 30-day check-ins, try something out, see if it works. If not, change it out. Find that solution that's meant for you. I keep a notebook, and then I see what works and what doesn't. One of my struggles is getting enough protein that day. I struggle with that. I tend to reach for carby and starchy snacks, and so I've been very intentional about making sure I focus on the protein that day. So this is why you see me weighing it out on my scale. I do track my calories. I use the Chronometer app. It's free. They also have obviously a premium version, but I really like it because it also tells you your micronutrients. So if you want to know your macronutrients and micronutrients, I really like this app, and I'll post a picture here somewhere. 2025 goals, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. My goals that I'm going to be sharing with you guys and how I plan on really holding myself accountable. Speaking of goals, hydrating is one of them, and you guys see me with my Stanley cup. This is the 40 ounce. I take it everywhere I go around the house, and I'm consistently refilling it up, and that helps me make sure that I reach my water intake. Let's see if I can flip this. Another app besides Alarmy that I really love is called Me, and this app is what I use daily. I use this for my personal growth and my personal day-to-day life. I'll post it here somewhere where you guys can see. For me, other than water, as I mentioned, that's one of my goals, is to consistently stay hydrated and really track my water intake. That is part of my nutrition tracking. Also, it's putting away dishes, as I'm doing right now. That has been my weakness this whole year. I've noticed, and I've made note of that, is keeping up with my dishes. I cook a lot. You guys see on my channel, I do a lot of meal prep, and I'm always trying to eat healthy. So my kitchen gets messy. But I have to keep up with that and the amount of dishes I'm doing. And so I think being intentional about that through this app has really helped me grow, helped me be accountable. It sends you reminders, and it feels really good to go ahead and check it off. One of my favorite Marine Corps leadership traits is to know yourself and seek self-improvement. And so we have to evaluate our weaknesses and the things that we're not great at. Need ice. You want my food? This is a time when I'm eating my breakfast that I'll check my work calendar, I'll check my personal calendar, and this is just to give myself a quick oversight, a quick overview of what I have for that day, because later on that's going to determine what I put on as well, clothes-wise, if I have a Zoom meeting or not. having a calendar, having a to-do list, and having those reminders is that it's almost having like a executive assistant or a secretary. It's really nice to just have that extra support. And these are resources that are at your fingertips. You know, they're accessible, they're readily accessible. And so I believe that that mitigates the reasons of why, or I guess not reasons, but justification of excuses as to why we can't. Just threw on some cozy clothes and I'm going to be doing my devotional time. And I wanted to share this because if you are someone that's just starting on this journey, or you're not sure where to start but you really want to, and you'll see me here leave and actually start thinking about that, because this is normally just what I do, but I also want it to be helpful if you just feel so overwhelmed and you've never even read a Bible verse or anything. I know that it can be a lot and it can be very intimidating, one chapter, and growing on that and building on that and really seeking that time to quiet the world and meditate on exactly what that's saying. So I'm just relaxing a little bit. I got done with my devotional. The puppies are playing with their toys, as you can hear them. It's time to put the dishes away, clean up a little bit. Hope that this video has been inspiring in some way, shape, or form. No, Brownie. Girl, come on, Brownie. Come on. Good girl. I'm going to be posting my full morning routine at the end of the video and discussing my 2025 goals, so stay tuned for that. We're being intentional as we roll into 2025, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys and how I plan to hold myself accountable. Down. Good. Now that the dogs are settling down, this is a time where I do my to-do list for work. What are my priorities and what do I need to get done by the end of today? And what can I prep for tomorrow and the rest of the week? So that is what I'll focus on. I made it big enough. Sit. Good. Good girl. There we go. All right, let me open this new leash. Somebody wanted to chew on their leash and misbehave. I got you this one temporarily. Not as nice, but it'll do the job. Put my shoes on first. We're gonna put my dirty old shoes. Guys, I literally bought the newer, whiter version of these. Come here, Grace. Sit. Good. Good thing. Okay. Come. Stop. Sit. Sit and wait. Thank you. I need to lock the door. And we're going to do outdoor walk. And once it starts, we'll get ready to go. Come. Guys, like, we're getting cozy and personal, and I'm hanging out with my doggies. I wanted it to be as if I was talking to a friend, make it really cozy. Nervous excitement going into 2025, because let me tell you, okay, it's been the last 2 years. I feel like it's been a little wild, right? There's a lot of stuff happening in the world. So yes, my sweet girl. So we're going to talk about check-ins, we're going to talk about plans of actions, we're going to talk about how to yield results, all of the above. So without further ado, I'm going to share my 5 goals. I suggest you do anywhere from 1 to 5. It just makes it a little bit more realistic and achievable. My first one is education. I kind of put a topic and then I put what that goal is. It's to continue my education in my current major with a high GPA. Imagine myself with such amazing grades and just superseding. 2 is a career one, so continue to learn more about marketing and analytics. Ironically and perfectly, things aligned, and I'm actually doing some training now for the job position I have in marketing. Really excited that I am blessed with the opportunity that is happening now, and so that is my focus. The 3rd goal is a personal one, and this one is build more personal relationships, but also expand my community and network. Since moving here, I really haven't found that, like, my group where I feel like I can be myself and I can honestly relax. You know, just how relaxed I am in my living room right now. My dogs and my feet kicked up, and I want to feel like it's family. I'm thankful for really great neighbors where I moved. I'm genuinely blessed. Those are family. So if you're watching this, shout out to you. Just building relationships with other women. 4, another personal one, attain more sponsorships that I genuinely believe in. And it's labeled as personal, but this could also be seen as professional. Personal in the sense of something that I really believe in. Sharing with you guys is because I genuinely believe in it and I'm passionate about it, and I've used it. Like Alarmy, you guys know that I absolutely love Alarmy. I've been using it for so long, and I wish I would have had it when I was active duty. My 5th goal is health. That's just continued in my health and fitness journey. That's to include eating well, resting well, moving my body well, increasing my devotional time, the winter blues, the winter arc as well. But just, I think we think of health as just the physical. We have emotional, we have a mental, we have spiritual. You have to be well-rounded, and your health is in all of how I'm going to have plan of actions are going to be, for example, my education. I work ahead. If possible, which all my classes are online, I work ahead. If I already know that that instructor is super organized, I'm going to be challenged to be as organized, if not more. So let's talk metrics. Setting metrics, for example, could be top 5 companies that I want to work with in 2025. Evaluate their products or services. Why do I want to work with these companies, and why would it align together? And also, what do I have to offer these companies, right? Because it's a give and a take. Your return of investment, is it worth working with me for them? Quarterly check-ins, right? I told you guys 90 days, every 3 months. 30 days, 60 days. 30 and 60 is a lot more for making sure that you have a plan, making sure that you're solution oriented, and if you're starting something completely new. If you've done something before, like my GPA thing in education, I'll probably just stick to the 60 to 90 day check-in. I don't need to do a 30-day check-in. Why? Because it's not as new, realistic as working from a coffee shop around other students. They're working on their stuff. I don't even know these people, but just getting out of my house from being scrolling on my phone and being distracted around other studious people, going to the library, like getting out of my house to study, that's a way I hold myself accountable. So that's a tip too. Like I said, you're going to focus on being solution oriented and know through trial and error. Again, that's why we have those 30-day check-ins, because we're solution oriented. And those 30 days when you're starting something new is going to give you, I mean, all the answers you need. I keep a notebook, I write down, I brain dump. It's not a perfect plan because things can go wrong. Having a plan B, even a plan C, and just understanding how do I get to this point. So if you're solution oriented, that just means, and result driven, that just means you're going to focus on the solution, not the problem, which means, oh, when solution doesn't work, let me try this, let me try it. You start to get creative. And that's how perseverance happens, is when you don't let a situation completely swallow you and devour you. I hope this has been encouraging in some way, shape, or form. Thank you guys for chit-chatting with me in my living room.